we have the four horsemen of the apocalypse. And that seems to be when God unleashes his wrath, where basically he doesn't restrain himself. He doesn't restrain us any longer. He allows us to just go wild. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so that's a very graphic image, and that is the beginning of God taking his control off. He's just going to let people live the way they want to live, and it begins with a conqueror.
So
and
you're saying he's restraining human nature today?
I know that seems far-fetched because we think, why doesn't he stop all this? Someday he's going to. But he still has his restraining power on this earth. And so that's going to be removed, and then it begins with the first horse. And he's riding on a white horse. That isn't Christ. That's actually the conqueror, and he's going to conquer the world. It says that he's going to conquer the world. And then with that conquering, obviously there's war. And then the progression is pretty simple. When you have war, then you have famine. And so the third horse represents famine. And then the final one is death.
So
when
these
you
are
have
all,
famine, you end up with death.
These are all bad horses.
These are all bad horses.
The white horse is not a good horse.
The white horse,
okay.
although it sounds good, it's not.
Okay.
And that's just the progression. And that's just the beginning. And then there's a lot of judgments in between there. There's the trumpets, there's the bowls, there's the seals, but it ends with Armageddon. And again, that's a term that we're very familiar with. And
so this would
about.
be after the rapture, correct?
Correct.
And is this where you would maybe land on your belief that once God pulls believers out of the world, then we really go? I mean, it's a lot better now than it will be then because of the church, maybe God's presence through us. Is that kind of how you interpret that?
That's exactly how I would interpret that.
Okay. So when the church leaves, all hell breaks loose, literally.
Yes.
Okay.